All right, our recording is starting. We're going to finish our story and then I'm going to give you directions for after. Remember, he just was able to find the shopkeeper again. The shopkeeper was like super calm while John Midas was all panicked, and he realized that he was being selfish and wasn't doing the right thing basically. And then now he's running home hoping, everything's back to normal. Chapter 12. The front door was open and John rushed into the living room where he had left his mother. She was not there now, but on a chair was a small, wet lace handkerchief. John ran into the dining room and onto the kitchen. As he came to the kitchen door, he heard the ring of silver against crockery, which would be like, crockery would be things you cook with. Then he saw a wonderful sight. His mother arranging coffee things on a tray. He dashed into the kitchen and flung his arms around his mother's waist, sobbing and laughing with relief and joy. There, said Mrs. Midas, stroking the hair of John's forehead. You've had a very disturbing day, dear. But in a few minutes, we're all going to have supper and everything will be fine again. Goodness, I do believe I need some coffee myself. I felt so strange just then in the other room. I really don't know what came over me. Why did she feel strange? Oh, because she was the chocolate. Oh no, I just closed my book. Life. Sorry, now I lost my page. The door from the garden opened and Mr. Midas came in. Before we settle down, Mrs. Midas said to John, have a glass of good cold milk. You look so hot. Now's the moment of truth. Will it be chocolate or will it be milk? Dun, da, da, da. So they didn't know what happened to her. Well, John thought, he certainly wouldn't scare them by telling them. He watched gratefully as his mother took a frosty blue jug from the refrigerator and poured it into a glass full of milk. Trembling with nervousness, John tilted the glass against his open mouth. The liquid flowed in and down his throat. Remained purely milky, deliciously milky, tasting of nothing but fresh, clean milk. No longer chocolate. After the first long, wonderful gulps, he suddenly recalled that he had not thanked the storekeeper for saving his mother. Mother, he said, may I go out for a minute? I'll be right back. All right, John, she said, but supper will be ready in 10 minutes. Don't keep us waiting. John ran briskly down the street until he came to the corner where he had always turned right to go to Susan's house, but he turned left instead and started along the 2 blocks of unfamiliar street leading to the candy store. Soon he came to the corner where the red brick building had been, but there was no building and no store, and of course, no storekeeper. In the corner lot, there was nothing to be seen but a heap of rusty tin cans, broken bottles surrounding a signboard, and new letters that said sold. All right, so once again, the store is gone. But Mr. John, realizing he had been so selfish and wrong and wasn't doing the right thing, lost his chocolate touch. Thank goodness. So here are your directions for the rest of the day. Right now, you must go take the AR quiz. The AR quiz and your project or homework by 7:45 tomorrow a.m. by the first bell tomorrow. That includes you at-home learners. By 7:45 a.m., you must have the AR quiz done and you must have your project turned in. If those 2 things are not done by 7:45 a.m., they will be counted as late. So double check your project for capital letters, punctuation, all that stuff. AR quiz first while you're here at school, because then you won't forget. Then you have the rest of the time to work on your project. AR quiz and project are due by 7:45 a.m. tomorrow. Any questions? If not, you may leave me and go work on your projects / take the AR quiz. Here, Molly, you can have your book back. Okay, so needed for your questions.